Greetings, my Limbardians, and welcome! Today I will be responding to the very controversial statement I made regarding low attacks for MUGEN characters. The statement I made is that low attacks are overpowered because it's a combo starter, meaning the moment that attack connects, you start a combo, and I stated that as a second player, it's pretty much impossible to react so quickly to low attacks, to know when I should block lows or mids. Because usually in MUGEN you block attacks and that's about it, but with low attacks, as you can see, the moment that low connects, he's inside the combo and there's nothing he can do about it. And I stated how it's overpowered. Now, partially I'm still right, because if you play against AI never ever blocks lows, so low attacks against AI is super overpowered. But I was wrong when I stated that against other players, because the misconception that I had is that... oh, super armor is active. The misconception that I myself had is that if you do normal mid attacks and you block lows, it would connect, but it doesn't. You can actually keep blocking lows and it will block every single attack. Low, mid, doesn't matter, it will block every single one of them. This is actually how you're supposed to always block in MUGEN and in 2D fighting games in general. Now you might be saying, well then what's the point of normal blocking? Well, here's the thing. There's something in fighting games and in MUGEN called overhead. MUGEN characters usually never have no lows and no overheads. Shiki Tono, sorry if I mispronounced the name, is one of the only characters, I'm not saying the only character, I'm saying one of the only characters to have lows and overheads. Now, I also do think it's kind of overpowered to have only like one or two characters in MUGEN or in a screen pack to have lows or overheads, because you're so used to fighting other characters and all of a sudden having lows and overheads always feel out of place, but doesn't matter. Anyways, what is overhead? So basically overheads are attacks that come from above. Now, funny enough, I know you'd expect this to be considered an overhead. Due to the properties, this is not an overhead, meaning even if I block low, as you can see, I can still block this. So what is an overhead? Basically like attacks from above that punishes me if I block low. The proper way to blocking overheads is normal blocking. As you can see, normal blocking works. But if I block low, it connects. So that's the thing. Usually you want to block lows like this all the time, but be careful of overheads, because if you're spamming low blocks all the time, or if you're holding low blocks, then what you want to do with the other character is the overheads, because that's a guarantee connect. And the only way to avoid it is to block normally this time, as you can see. So those are overheads and those are low attacks. So the conclusion is they're not overpowered as long as you block low all the time. Now, this is talking only about Shiki Tono. I believe there are characters who probably have regular attacks that are considered overheads. Then in that case, yeah, it's completely broken and overpowered. But I take back what I said regarding that low attacks are overpowered. They're not overpowered as long as there is not a huge amount of overheads, and as long as the overheads are possible to read. Because let's be real, this overhead you have enough time to respond to. You have enough time to respond to them, so they're not overpowered. And I believe that's about it regarding low attacks. Now again, this is only talking about Shiki. I believe there are characters that have properties that are way more overpowered. But this is my suggestion of how to play against characters that have lows. Just always block low against them, and if you see an overhead, block normally. That's how you fight against them. And obviously, if you do manage to block this, you can immediately punish them for using it. Well, that is as long as his properties, I guess, are punishable, because I have to admit, Shiki's Tono's overhead is a bit overpowered, because you immediately cover a lot of distance. It's kind of safe to do it, now that I think about it. Yeah, it's kind of safe to do it, actually. Because you can block it and you cannot punish him afterwards. Damn. Okay, a move that should be nerfed. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this video was informative. And remember to like the video. Remember to leave a comment. And I wish upon everyone to have a wonderful day.